Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas.
Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Denver Broncos and the Las Vegas Raiders. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Second-year man from UNC, Javonte Williams.
It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich.
Yeah, he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards to pick up there.
Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper and second down.
So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific in their win over Tennessee a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that third down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
21. Here we go. 21.
First carry for the former Pro Bowler, Josh Jacobs.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
2, 6.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
One, Omaha. Hey, alert! 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 Hey,
trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
alert!
It's a gain 2. That's good for Las Vegas. First down. First
Here we go. 13! 13!
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Baron Browning just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction.
Here we go.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs.
And some room to roam now. Oh, a heck of a move. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
43 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here.
You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Play action, Garoppolo. 20.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Garoppolo, quarterback sneak, and he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Raiders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym, preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They go play action with Wilson.
Throw to the right, caught by Dulcich.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Here's Berrios. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And they'll use him out in the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Third and 2, now Wilson.
Out route complete to Dulcich.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
A good chunk on the ground on the keeper, 17 yards, 1st down.
I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
The throw over the middle, taken in. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
2nd and 2, first down marker at the 5-yard line.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Javonte Williams with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point from McManus is good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Garoppolo. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
65.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Here we go. I got this. 11. 11. Block. 12, fellas, here we go.
Garoppolo on first down. The open man, and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Good move at the 30. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
First down, Denver.
To throw is Wilson. That's caught left side by Judy.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, Wilson.
Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to give that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs.
He's at the 50, 30, 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays, but you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game.
It's caught inside the 25.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now Wilson. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the 2nd quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the 1st interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a 2nd one.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo.
Quickly a slant to Renfro.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the 1st half.
21. Here we go. Hey, cut.
To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo.
He'll get this underneath to Jacobs.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Second catch for him today, and he'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
21.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 73 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Flush to his right. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
14 yards that time for number 14.
Courtland Sutton has shown plenty of times that he's a big-time player, capable of making the plays that you need to be a wide receiver one in this league. Now his goal is to return to his 2019 Pro Bowl 4, 776 yards in 2021. He picks up the first down there.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
From the 45 on second down, Wilson. He'll drop it off to McAllister as running back. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy on the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
it's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
Hey, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
Fair catch. The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now a first down carry. It's Williams.
That was the veteran Jamie Collins busting through to make the stop.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. From the shotgun, Wilson.
He'll drop this down to Williams. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Throwing is Wilson. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. Touchdown!
Greg Dulcich,
37 yards.
and the Broncos have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
McManus's point after is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, it's very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
13! Flag! White!
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
He gets this to Davante Adams. And he is going to have the Raiders
first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
65. Hey, go.
On first down, Garoppolo.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. A turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. On third down, here comes Jacobs. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Here we go. 11. Block.
Garoppolo going to go on fourth down. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Raiders try it on fourth down, but to no avail. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Wilson now off the bootleg.
He's got Dulcich going across the formation. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Touchdown, Broncos!
Javonte Williams. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth.
McManus now for the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
That's good. Las Vegas, first down. First and 10.
Wait.
7-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Here we go.
On second down, Jacobs. And some space here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
He's a gain of 25 yards on the play. And the Las Vegas first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here's Jacobs on first and 10. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 138 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Ken, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
I think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Here we go.
They'll run right here with Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on second and 14.
21. 2, 6.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. I'd love to get a little closer if they need to kick the field goal on 4th down. From this spot, it's 46 yards. Garoppolo to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Jacobs. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. What pressure as this thing all rests on the foot of Daniel Carlson. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And his kick is good. And this whole crowd is in a frenzy as their guys have pulled it out of the end. So this one a victory.